Hello and thank you for joining me. Recently, a close friend who manages a multi-generational office asked me a question many of you are thinking about. Do I dive into AI now or wait until the dust settles? In the past, waiting for the dust to settle was considered a conservative, prudent strategy. In 2026, that's no longer true. Here's the cold scientific reality. The average family office currently operates with a 40 basis point efficiency drag due to manual legacy processes. Over a 25-year horizon, that erodes nearly 11% of your total wealth. Ignoring AI is an active tax on your family's legacy. But, and this is the critical truth, you cannot simply buy AI to fix a broken office. Today, we look at the logistics of governance, the hard truth about your data, and the regulatory reality in Hong Kong and the Middle East. Before we talk about sophisticated models, we must talk about the garbage in, garbage out trap. Many CIOs dream of feeding 30 years of records into a private LLM to find hidden alpha. The reality? Most offices find that 30% of their historical data is unusable without massive remediation. You must clean, label, and structure your crown jewels before a model ever touches them. And here's the bridge most people miss. Half of that 40 basis point drag I mentioned comes from bad data. Fixing your data removes the drag, with or without AI. If you don't audit your data quality first, you aren't investing in the future, you're just building a Ferrari on a flat tire. In a scientific framework, data is your raw material. If the material is contaminated, the output, no matter how advanced the AI, will be a hallucination that could lead to catastrophic investment errors. And today, the regulatory environment has shifted from watching to active enforcement. In Hong Kong, the SFC is laser focused on the intersection of AI and custody. Under the 2026 licensing regime, the SFC views AI governance as a non-negotiable part of the push towards T1 settlement. If your AI is involved in the custody chain or settlement logic, the SFC expects you to have the same rigor you apply to a human trustee. In the Middle East, specifically within the DIFC and ADGM, human in the loop is a legal mandate. Under Dubai's data protection law, if an AI makes a financial decision, you must be able to explain the logic. Regulators are moving away from random sampling. They now expect human review of every edge case the AI flags. Whether you're reporting in Hong Kong dollars or AED, if you can't explain your algorithm, you really shouldn't be running it. Now, let's talk about the logistics of people. Who's going to run this? There's a massive talent war in both Hong Kong and the UAE for AI-literate financial professionals. I see many family offices making the mistake of trying to hire a head of AI. But I look at this differently. You don't need a researcher, you need an architect. Building an internal team is prohibitively expensive and risky. AI engineers don't always understand the nuance of private equity carry structure. Buying off-the-shelf software is often too generic. Borrowing is the mid-market winner. This means partnering with specific, specialized consultants who understand both the FSRA and SFC regulations and the technical stack. For a family office, the goal isn't to become a tech company. It is to remain a wealth preservation engine that uses tech to sharpen its edge. And this is the silent threat I see in almost every office that I talk to, and it can be called the shadow AI. It happens when an analyst, trying to be efficient, copies a sensitive private memorandum into a public consumer-grade AI to summarize it. The moment they hit enter, that data is no longer yours. It is now part of the public training set. You should enforce an AI zero trust policy. You must provide your team with a sanitized sandbox, a secure, private instance of an LLM where they can work without leaking the family private dealings. If you don't give your team the tools to use AI safely, they will use it dangerously. Now, let's look at a sobering statistic. 43 of the family offices have already been hit by AI-driven cyber attacks. Most offices think that they are safe because they have an MFA, that is 2020 thinking. Today, we see deepfake voice clones bypassing verbal authorizations for wire transfers. I believe that managing this in-house can be a losing game. Currently, only 8% of family offices use external managed security service providers, or MSSPs. You need an out-of-band verification, strict protocols where you call back a known trusted number before any movement of capital. Never trust the voice on the line, even if it sounds like the principal. So, how do we move forward? Let's be honest about the budget. A credible private LLM implementation for a mid-sized family office starts at $250,000 to $500,000 just for the initial data engineering. This isn't for the AI itself, it's for the plumbing. So stop the leakage, address the data-related drag first, audit the data, budget heavily for data engineering before you buy a single license, deploy a sandbox, Eliminate shadow AI by giving your team a secure private tool. Outsource the shield and move your security to a professional MSSP. The scientific approach to wealth is not about chasing every shiny new tool, it's about understanding the mechanics of your office. AI will either preserve your family's 11% or become the tool that dismantles it. The difference isn't the model you choose, it's the governance you enforce and the data quality you demand. As you look at your operations this week, ask yourself, am I building a legacy on a foundation of clean data, or am I just hoping the machine can fix my mess? I'm the Scientific CIO. Let's build something that lasts.